Hello and welcome to Madrid. I just got here and I am in the beautiful and busy Puerta del Sol area, which is bustling with a lot of people. And if you were here, you might have somebody tell you to meet you in this area, but at a very specific location. And that location is this beautiful monument, especially if you like bears like I do. It's called El Oso y el Madroño, which means the bear and the strawberry tree. And it was inaugurated in 1967, which it literally says right there. But a lot of people come here and they take pictures with it and they don't really know why. But just a little FYI, it is Madrid's coat of arms. So a little interesting tidbit. So the station is right there, which I think is really cool. It's very modern. And a lot of the other stations that you come out of actually don't look like that. They just look like the normal holes in the grounds. So I do like this. It adds a really nice touch to this really happening area. And then there's a huge Tío Pepe sign, which I guess most locals and people know about just because it's huge. You can't miss it. Oh, and the really cool thing is even though this place also has like a lot of people in costumes, they do have like these big bear people, which I don't really know the significance of them, but they're just really cute and they look really difficult to stay in and to be in. I gotta be careful because there's a little bit of cobblestone, but it's just a nice feel. It's a beautiful day and it's around sunset. Sun should be going down soon. It was so bright earlier, like could not look up without blinding myself bright. But this just seems like a nice place that a lot of people are like, hey, you want to go do something? Meet me here. I see people, basically meeting up with loved ones, friends, and greeting them. Oh, and from what I understand, there's a lot of shows that happen at night. People come, sing, do their little talent bits, dancing, what have you. So this is definitely a place to be. If you are here or if you ever come to Madrid, don't miss this area at all. It's beautiful. It really is. To me, it's like a center of where a lot of cool streets connect to. There's a flood of people down that way, but we are going this way because there's a place that I want to take you all with me. And this street happens to be Calle Mayor. I think I overdid the R, but that is La Americana in me. So there is that. Lots of chocolate places, lots of souvenir shops. So you could probably come here and basically do everything, but I don't suggest doing that because there's so much to see here in Madrid. And the really cool thing is everything that I've seen so far is from different time periods in Madrid. El Oso was from 1967. This street is from the medieval period, which is probably one of my favorite periods in time. Just a FYI. And a lot of these streets just branch out to even smaller streets. And I'm sure that it's probably a little easy to get lost, but not really lost because it's more like exploring because you're in a new city. And what's the best way of just fully immersing yourself in getting lost and trying to find your way back? And speaking to the locals. And the people here have been extremely friendly. But I should show that unlike in Barcelona, these places are absolutely gorgeous. It's very traditional Madrid. I love the little cute balconies. And you have like lots of yellows, pastelish pinks, like orangish colors. Oh, and a really pretty blue. So you see that also a lot in a lot of like South American countries or like Latin America. So you definitely see a lot of the influence that the Spanish brought to the New World, which is really cool. You know, to say, you know, to be in different countries and they all happen to be tied together somehow, some way. So it is a long walk, but it's a really cool walk, and it doesn't even feel that long because there's lots of shops, like local shops. There is lots of souvenir shops, lots of tapas, which is like the go-to thing while you're in Madrid. So if you're here, definitely try your fair share of tapas. They have very, very, very much to choose from. So there's something there to even appease the most pickiest of eaters, and that's me. I'm a very picky eater, believe it or not. Make sure you're being careful. The walkway is a little uneven, but still still in really good shape. So gonna turn. I think the street is called Calle de Felipe the Third, and goes down to an area I think where cars and that go to, which is really cool. You'll see that a lot, where a lot of the traffic is directed under. But one of the main things that I was looking forward to while in Madrid is right in front of me, and it's from my favorite time period in all of history, which is the Renaissance period. And it really does look like something right out of the Renaissance. And this is Madrid's like beautiful, bustling, full of life Plaza Mayor. And it's beautiful. It's so full of life. Of course, you have your souvenir places, your restaurants and everything, and all, but you should come here and just soak it all in. It's kind of really bright towards the right of me, so if I'm squinting and making funny faces, excuse me on that one. I don't mean to squinch my face up, but the sun hasn't gone completely down, but the further I walk, the more it goes behind the buildings. But the really cool thing is this was built between, I want to say 1580 and 1619, so dead in the middle of the Renaissance period. And there is one little area to the right that has like these murals painted on them, like of people, of cherubs, which, you know, was very prominent in the Renaissance period. And this Plaza Mayor is unlike any other one that I've ever been to. All the other Plaza Mayors that, you know, you might have seen, or ones that I've showed you or have been to, are very open concept. This is pretty much enclosed. Like, I mean, I say enclosed, obviously there's tunnel ways, you know, to go out into the streets and everything, but it's pretty much just like blocked off. It is its own square, and it's huge, like absolutely huge. And the really cool thing is there are like, I think, hotel rooms and like Airbnb rooms that you can actually rent here as well. And I don't know, that would be really cool to me. And this is a really popular place, so we're actually kind of lucky right now that it's not as busy as I know that I've seen people say it can get. So, because I've heard like this really is like the place to be, along with Puerta del Sol. I should mention there are characters all over the place. And this guy's name is the Spider-Man Gordo. So, you know, why not? You know, pick fun at yourself, embrace it, use it to your advantage. So this is still part of the plaza. It gets a little bit darkened, but you still have like the lovely balconies. But these are more like continuous balconies instead of like individual balconies. And you'll still find more shops, more restaurants of traditional food here in Madrid that all the locals love to eat. I don't know why I'm getting so winded. I guess that just shows to me that I'm not in as great a shape as I thought I was. Oh, but Madrid is still really cool in aspects of architecture because you have the modern and the old, and this really cool mercado, which is Mercado San Miguel, and it's so unique. It's a completely covered market, completely with glass and little spires, and it was made crossing the street. It was built in 1916, so not too old but not too modern either, but it does look really modern, you know, once you get inside. And it can get really busy in there too. I've seen videos of it just being packed door to door. And something to note is this is not your regular market. It is gourmet tapas. So, I mean, you're here, you know, you're in Spain. Tapas is the main choice of food. You might as well, you know, stop on by at least to stroll through and to check it out. And who knows, maybe you find something that makes your mouth completely water. Oh Lord, I should not have come here hungry. I wish I could describe the smell because we're by the sweets and I have a sweet tooth. Chocolate cakes, merengue, alfajores, oh Lord, cookies. You name it. My mouth is literally watering. Oh, be careful. The steps are really steep and very small. But I think that was very common in the early 1900s, like 1800s. Stairs were steep and small. I don't know why that is. The square in itself is really chill. It seems like a lot of people, I mean, they come here, but they're more like passing by. So it's not as always as flooded with people. Oh man, I am definitely like losing my breath. I'm gonna have to like do some cardio, work on my endurance, do some planks. I mean, I know I walk a lot when I'm on vacation and I visit new places, because what's the best, you know, like what's the better way to get around than, like I said, get lost, walk around, see where you end up. But what I didn't know about Madrid is how hilly it is. And what we're coming up to, I think it's like a cathedral. It looks like a cathedral, but I don't actually think it's a cathedral. So if you actually know the name of this building, and it actually might say when I get on top of it, we'll see. Or if you do know, let me know. It looks really old, but it looks like it's in wonderful condition, which I want to say good job, Madrid, or even Spain in general. A lot of the old historical places that I visited, or you know, like plan to visit, like they look like they're in immaculate condition, which is amazing. Oh, so this is the Plaza de la Via, and from what I understand, these are the oldest houses that still remain in all of Madrid, and the square in itself dates back to ancient times. Don't really know exactly when. If you're from Madrid and if you know that information, please feel free to share it with me, because I would actually really love to know. You know, the information I get is sometimes limited, but that doesn't matter with how beautiful and immaculate condition this place is. Like, and I'm glad that we waited for the sun to start going down, because to me, like with the little splash of sun coming through, it makes this place feel, I don't know, even more magical in general, actually. So, you know, come here. From what I understand, a lot of people actually don't really come back this way. They come by, as I said, people stroll because, you know, they're so busy going to the other places. But that is it. Remember, we started at the Puerta del Sol, which is where the Calle Mayor starts, all the way to here, the Plaza de la Via. I really hope that you enjoyed this walk with me. Let me know what you think, or if you've ever been here, or if you recommend any places else for me to see, you know, when in Spain, when in Madrid. I would love to hear from you. And don't forget, if you did love this video, if you found it helpful, fun, what have you, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Until next time, bye.